Well, you gave up opportunities to earn more soul along the way. Oh, the coins. You sense your fellow exiles' spirits would have suffered greatly had you gone the long way. Your companions held on to what hope they had. Crew that thought it had lost all hope actually retained small bit of hope it didn't even know it had left.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Welcome to the Supergiant-a-thon. I'll come up with a better name for it. Supergiant games. Make good games. I haven't played any of them. Very different from Super Massive Games, Who Made Until Dawn. Another very good game. A very different game from any of Supergiant stuff. Supermassive, also the maker of Man of Medan, a not good game. So, fun story about this game. I knew Supergiant made Hades, and that was a big deal. And a big deal about the big deal is the fact that every single iteration of every Greek god in that game is like the thirstiest design of that god to ever exist. Sorry, I got distracted. I forgot it's like a sport. It's like sport ball. I completely forgot this is what the gameplay was.
The three must act as one.
It's just a sport, but really cool.
Oh, but it is not so simple. In the
No! Game crashed. Don't like that. That's alright, I'm fast. Dang it.
That cur of yours is
Excuse you. Seems friendly. This is like Quidditch, but if the rules made sense. Great, and we're supposed to be there. When exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. The exact amount of time as the plot requires, it sounds like. There's a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. One of the downsides only verdant regions. It only gets less hospitable as you press further north. F me. Nightwings win!
rejoice then in your single fleeting.
Shut up, man. Let me have this. My computer sucks. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Hedwyn wishes to know if anything is troubling you. You ask Hedwyn how any companions managed to come into possession of this black wagon and what happened to its former owners. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that, many other things. You told me to ask you questions! Don't do, like, what did you do to get exiled? Yeah, I understand, maybe not that one right away, but, like, don't specifically bring me aside to be like, I'm sure you have questions. And then I ask my first question, and you're like, there will be a good question for another time. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You've never met someone like her, but do know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. Jodariel knows if you fear her. You're very much aware that she could snap you like a twig at any point. Yeah, I'll go ahead and let her know that. Uh-oh, what happened there? Uh-oh, no. Yeah, it checks out. He nods at you and heads out. Hedwyn's out.
It seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of
Oh, that's the name of the team. I was like, am I being punished for having 4 people? Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere as he hands to you a small talisman. I appreciate these auto-insight checks that my character keeps getting. That cur was very kind, and his son, he was so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? Little shiny in the background. I want to help you beat... They're so nice! I can't wait to kick their ass! Skeleton. These are all skeletons, and I love it. Every fight is skeleton visit. I feel like I trust Jodariel's judgment more. Not to screw over Hedwyn. I hate to keep giving him the short end of the stick here, but I mean, have you seen Jodariel? I kind of want to give him Liam O'Brien voice, but I'm also just not... My Liam O'Brien is very hit or miss. I'll just go with the more whispery, raspy one I already came up with. Not like that'll destroy my voice. Not like I'm DMing for a campaign this week and I need to save my voice. It's fine. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. It's gonna be the imp. A certain creature wearing tiny ravens appears at the lone minstrel's side. Scream! So very jumpy. Oh, implode? Oh my lord. Oh, and that's literally implode. He banishes. Okay, and it sounds like he's got a fast reset then. That is a unique playstyle. That is cool. Man, this game is like addicting because you get through, you'll be like, alright, I'm going to play for the next match. And then you do the match and you're like, but I want to get a little bit more story. And by the time the next story chunk is done, you're at the next game and you're like, well, I might as well. We really picked up quite a few in our first hour or two of gameplay. We really expanded the party. Remember back in Mass Effect when we were stuck with Caden and Ashley for like 3 hours? Okay, so I thought about, I should go back and see how I actually voiced all these characters to make sure they're consistent in the several weeks between the first playing session of me playing this game and the second one. And then I thought about it and said, no, much like with D&D, it's more fun if the DM just forgets what everyone's voices are, and so they change over time. All the way across the marshlands on the coast. Did I give her an accent? I think I gave her the slight Russian accent. She's gonna be Russian now. Deal with it. Oh, but where are my manners? You must be their lovely reader. Please, call me Sandra. Really? She is a wraith, expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystals, and bound to serve the rites. Karen the Unseeing. Sandra feels like such a, normal name for this game. Oh well. Alright. Your vision returns to the effects of the Beyonder Crystal dissipate. Time seems to have stood still while you experience the vision. I don't know why I love that so much, but I love the trope of magical thing, or effect, or item causes no time to pass. I don't know why, but I love that. And I got pig advantage. It's, no! If it's right after they score, I have the advantage. Don't. You thought! Then from the shadows, a wreathing shape slipped slide. Oof. A writhing shape slides forward, its hulking form draped in raiments. Indeed, that was witch Udmildhe of the Withdrawn. The Withdrawn is such a good, a group name? Like faction, that's the word I was looking for. It's such a good name for a faction. Unless it's in a competition, in which case it just makes it sound like you gave up. No matter where you go, Islach shall find ye and devour ye. F me. Don't crash, 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 don't crash. Yeah, we're doing it now. Islach, we have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. Your blood or the blood of your enemies? Because you had the opportunity, and then you dropped it. Literally, you dropped the orb several times, my friend. My client, Sandalwood, he has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Bertrude's. The proprietor is an old companion of his. Hedwyn's smile returns. That sounds like our best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. It was ruled over by the Greater Titans. The one called Islach, was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Big Bertrude's! A small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. A minstrel says someone here can help you pursue the stars across the sea. Man, when Hedwyn smiled after hearing about Big Bertrude's, I thought he was going to be like, oh yeah, I know Big Bertrude alright. I feel like I would love to do a Karth voice for Hedwyn, but that would destroy my voice even more than I'm already doing. But the kind of scratchy but really eager voice, I can't exactly pull off Karth perfectly, but a kind of approximation of it I think would also fit Hedwyn pretty well. And that actually doesn't hurt as much as my low minstrel voice, but don't want to pile it on. I want to keep the easy voices easy. I feel like team player is cool, but I also feel like trying to upgrade those S-rank friendships would be nice. No, we're team player. We're team player all the time. I'll study in private to show how much of a team player I am. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. If I may, Big Bertrude. Hedwyn's super into Big Bertrude. Can we be real about this? You could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. You really shot your shot there, Hedwyn. I respect it. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting. I don't know how to swim. Oh, she must be protected. I love her. It appears Hedwyn is too ill to conduct the next rite. Oh no, I was definitely gonna put him next. Got the Under King Pass. I thought it was like a gerund, Under King. But no, the Under King Pass, or the Fathomless Trench. The north current toward the Hulk of Oars runs as quick as Under King Oars himself. Faye believes that the 8 scribes shall bless you here. Fathomless Trench. South current toward the Hulk of Oars teems with fish and other sea life. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. Aw, you're making me choose between my babies. I wonder if social links actually have any effect on anything, or if this is all in my head. But I do want... certainly I imagine it affects romances, which is why I'm going all in on Jodariel. You should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you toward the door. We're just going to interpret that as a sibling relationship until proven otherwise. Nautical bell. Among the Black Wagon seafaring equipment, Hedwyn uses it to signal when food is ready. Keepsake for Big Bertrudes. Yeah. I was wondering if something would happen. Oh, you just keep right on ringing that bell, sister. Keep at it. Rukey shall never forgive you for abusing the nautical bell. Then perish. Do you think he likes me, too? Faye is wondering if you think Hedwyn likes her. Subject, there must be a way to redirect her attention to something less awkward. Let her down. Faye should know Hedwyn enjoys her company, but may not share her feelings beyond that. Encourage her. If she is wondering how Hedwyn feels about her, she should just talk to him. Okay, so I appreciate that it's not me saying, oh yeah, Hedwyn definitely digs you, because Hedwyn clearly has a thing for Big Bertrude, right? Since I'm going for Jodariel, I would be okay with this. So I'm cheering for this. You suggest to Faye that if she has certain feelings for Hedwyn, that she should let him know. It is a rare privilege to feel loved. That is a sad, but also very well-written, like, world-building sentence. That love itself is considered, like, a rare occurrence. She stares at you a moment. Then she begins to laugh. Oh, you're so silly, miss. I didn't mean like him like that. That's so embarrassing. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. You know what? I gave Tizo the short end of the stick last time, so we're going to trust him this time. Screech! Tizo seems to think something very delicious is in the waters. Okay, good. He gets some food. Okay, good for him. Good. He keeps on screeching? I don't think I've ever seen him like this. Wait, what is he? Just then, Tizo dives into the waters and vanishes into the depths. Oh, I hope he can swim. He can, but he appears crestfallen when he finally returns, his claws empty. Tizo is very disappointed that whatever he attempted to catch eluded him. Faye begins to sob uncontrollably. The two revel in each other's misery for a time. Faye and Tizo lost -1 hope for the next rite. Oh no! You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, and yet the very thought is beyond reason. It appears my laptop agrees that it's beyond reason, because I'm about to crash again. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass, to me! Banish now this troublemaker! Sir Marshy is a worm knight booty bound to serve... Booty bound. Hot dang. Booty... I can't say it. I can't say the words that I'm reading on the screen currently. Duty bound to serving Sir Deluge and the Firehearts. Of all the mistakes to make, that's a good one. I'm not even upset about that. She is a worm knight duty-bound to serving Sir Deluge and the Firehearts. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Adventure awaits! Huzzah! Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here, and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Aye, then let me see what I can do. Guess I got his voice way wrong. Okay, we've got Black Shore. The low road of the nest of Trieste passes through razor-sharp sands. Jodariel wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. Highwing Cove, the high road to the nest of Trieste, controlled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The Lone Minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. I believe the Lone Minstrel can negotiate. But consider S-rank friendship with Jodariel. Minstrel disappears into the cliffs before Jodariel can protest. In the meantime, you and she continue to keep watch, sensing unseen eyes. The last time that one disappeared unless we searched for him for days. But this time, he soon returns. I was hoping for a little more conversation there with Jodariel, but yeah, fine, go ahead, Lone Minstrel, just come on back whenever you want. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only just met just now. Though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? She seems alright. You're willing to take Pamitha at her word and see in her the potential for a valuable new ally. I mean, I see something in her, I'll tell you what. Pamitha Thane joined you. She has a score to settle. Bid her welcome. Alright. I know I'm going after Jodariel. But if I weren't... The enemies to lovers trope has a lot of potential here. Jodariel and Pamitha could make a really interesting couple. Down the road, of course, because clearly they have a lot to work out right now.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you
F
by
off.
now.
Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this right on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. Really setting the bar high. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you. Was she gonna do it alone?
Who shall strive for Volfred?
Apparently, yes. Alright, now we have to play defense so I can just check off the little mini thing we got. Can you guys please just take the orb? Like, are you guys alright? Do you guys need help? Let's just go over everyone. We got Karth the normie. We have the best Bay ever. We have the dude, the bro. We have Precious must protect. We have also Precious also must protect. We have the dude who just kind of joined us for no reason. And then the chick who just kind of joined us for no reason. But I'm happier about her than him for reasons that may or may not be obvious. Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, as we all do, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. I do want to get on Pamitha's good side, but I also worry every time I try to do something to appeal Pamitha, I risk losing my S-rank friendship with Jodariel. Well, Minstrel says his client, Sandalwood, studied the rites here in a small clearing east of the Glade of Lugh. And then says his client Sandalwood once resided here. Ooh, contains the grandest trees in all Wigtonwood. Plot or bonus? Plot. We'll go with plot. I hope we find nothing. I hope I get punished for my hubris. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Buddy, unfortunately you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There's no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. So now we have to go back. Alright, Minstrel, you're losing points with me here. Seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the Lone Minstrel's client. Let's go, Tizo. I'm sure Faye could have found something too, but I'm happy Tizo gets a win. Little Imp brings to you a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first until you notice a message carved onto the inside. You found a bark strip. It must mean something, but it also can be sold. A sturdy strip of bark on it written, "Come to Cinderroot S." Did you really expect us to find that? Just in the middle of the forest? You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. It could have been someone else with the first name, with the name that starts with S, and it also could have been Sandalwood giving a message to someone else years ago. We don't know. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished. Here. No, I should come up with a... I can't make them all scratchy voices. My throat will kill me. He is Lone Minstrel's client, Hedwyn's informant, and the leader of the Nightwings. Okay, does he get to say he's leader of the Nightwings? I'm not saying I'm the leader of the Nightwings. I feel like Hedwyn gets to say he's the leader of the Nightwings. Sandalwood's just kind of here. We'll wait to see. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. Too many apostrophes in that second sentence, sir. I feel like we can probably trade this now. You know what? F it. We'll hold on to it. We'll see what's what. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Scracky! Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Thanks, man. Tizo loves me more than you. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. Sat claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. Oh, you just this guy's face. Oh.
Please show the chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I don't get what this guy's take is. Is he cheering for us or not? I'm glad he is, but like, pick a side. Yeah, let's. Oh no.
The choice is
Oh
cast.
no. Can I just move you aside? Can I just move you aside? Are you dragging that window aside? Hey, no! No babies allowed! May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he is every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstaff line shall have a bright, bright future. Manley's sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. I have had more than enough of him. I'm bigger than you.
Why, that was all of them.
Sure was. Let's go. Oh, too bad.
Such wherewithal.
At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. To the Sclerian shore. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Volfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north. I don't really want... Okay, let me be clear. Volfred is a really cool character design, and I'm really interested to see where his character goes. But in terms of me as a character in this world, as the reader, I really don't want him to stay with us that long. He gives me the bad vibes. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, but only know the truth of how you feel. Oh, there are a lot of options. Doing what you want. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own terms. Achieving inner peace. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. F that. Achieving inner peace is important. That's not the same thing as freedom. Having no master. Freedom means answering no one's will other than your own. Going where you please. Freedom means being able to go where the heart yearns without restriction or without fear. To feel true love. Freedom means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Once again, I feel like that's a dumb thing to say that's what freedom means to me. It's important to feel true love. It's important for your feelings to be able to be felt, but it's different from freedom. Living without fear. Freedom means living life without concern or for others' judgment or approval. Nothing at all. Freedom is just another empty goal to chase to give one's life a false sense of meaning. Or freedom means not being forced into responding such questions. Okay, I don't want to be silent too often because I feel like even games that do say it's a valid option, like Telltale games, that usually is not a good option. That being said, the little extra line there is the best reasoning to remain silent I've ever seen. That's great. I'm drawn towards having no master. Okay, here's an interesting thing. I'm drawn towards it being having no master. However, up until 10 minutes ago, that wouldn't really have applied to the fact that we're trying to get out of the downside because we don't have an actual master. But now that Sandalwood is here, it's like spitting in his face if I answer having no master, and I kind of like that. You tell Volfred that freedom means not having to answer to anyone and going through life beholden only to one's will. He considers your remarks for a short while. Perhaps you led a troubled childhood, my girl, for all of us at one time or another have to answer to someone with more wisdom in the world than we. Though you make reference to the kind of authority which governs the commonwealth we know, which sent us down the river into exile. Would you be free if you were ruled beneath those bylaws once again? Yeah, you make a good point, but I was trying to make a different point. And I also feel like he would have had some pithy response to whatever option I picked, so... Oh well. He does make a good point, because of course I think it's a good point, because I made the point before he did. But anyways, he turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. Okay, F off! There can't be a right answer! I mean, they can, but it makes me upset. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Alright, that's a plan I can kind of get behind. Wondering if there's kind of an Attack on Titan aspect to it of, here's the plan, but also there's an extra additional plan that I'm not going to tell you about. But yeah, from what I've been reading from the book and whatnot, Commonwealth kind of sucks. So, we'll see where that goes. Listen well, boy, you answer to me here. Understood? You are a fool, do not talk back to me. In today's episode, we learned Hedwyn is a bottom. Not even close. Oh, but I could... Oh, that is a new strategy. Just toss it immediately into the enemy, and then kill them with the aura you get back. That is a move. I had it. And now the game's gonna crash, huh? Hey, it doesn't count as an L if the game crashes before you lose, right? If I can make the game crash before the credits roll, it doesn't count. Haha! Was not a loss. Competitive game crashing, that's a new one. I feel like I'm putting it more of a fight this time. I really need to just shut my effing mouth sometimes, huh? Man, it's not until you play in the right that you realize Hedwyn's bad. Alright, we're just gonna keep moving on, and if you can hear my neighbors, just pretend that I am hosting a party, but I went into the back room just so I could play this game just for you, dear listeners. Think on it. The common think, Jodariel. The sublime booty. It's late. I'm tired, man. The sublime booty of Mount Elodiel. Alright, it's weird that, like, it sounds... Are we actually going to give up one of our players? Because if that's the case, like... I want it to be Hedwyn, but also, like, that means I want to max out all of the Hedwyn content I can get. He knows that soon now, someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh heavily upon... Wait. The choice may be difficult for you indeed. This night's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done, so when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this night wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. Even if you want me gone, don't send me away. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance, and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. An ambitious plot to spark revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. The plan's current probability of success, 21%. Oh, that's... Why would you make it so stressful like that? Why would you do that to me? We shall stand together, shoulder to shoulder, describe ourselves once dead. Why would you give me that number? Why would you... Estrese. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. And if the 8 scribes allow it, the game will not crash. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then let us all begin. Night Wings! Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. Writing really did not want that guy to have a Russian accent, and yet I could.
Commence.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were gonna get a song as soon as Celeste turned to Tariq. I was like, oh, are we getting something? I broke my vow to her that we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Okay, there's nothing to forgive. I literally chose you. Hedwyn earned back his freedom. Hedwyn is set to return to the Commonwealth and leave the downside forever. May he return in glory.
Godspeed.
God bless. Aw, look at him go.
The 8 scribes are ever.
Can you imagine if he just dies? Like, the biggest plot, like, there's a huge plot twist of the game, and that this is actually just death. Maybe it's like Cats. Hedwyn, you are my jellicle choice. Wow, I can't believe I just ruined Pyre in the span of about 15 seconds. Ours is, admittedly, a somewhat desperate plan, which is now a 29% success. I wonder if, I'll be quite honest, I don't remember what Hedwyn's special little thing was in here, but I wonder if it's gone now. That's a depressing thought. I can't even remember what was here, and now it's gone. Whew. I'm realizing I made quite the mistake, because Hedwyn's voice was by far the easiest and least straining on my vocal cords to do. And now I'm never gonna see him again. Stop it. Hey, no, you did the thing. You can't do the thing. Not on purpose. You're the computer. Oh, too bad. Very in character of Faye to wipe it in the enemies' faces that they lost. That being said, we're going to get a lot more pages, I believe, from here on out. So if you enjoy me reading, you're going to be in for a treat in this now second half of the game, I would say we are in. Not that it's divided 50-50 exactly, but I feel like definitely 2 stages. And if you don't like listening to me read, and you're still watching this part of the LP, I don't know what you're still doing here, because this game is basically me reading the whole time, and then it's interspersed with like 2 to 3 minute intervals of me playing sports. Lendl and the Accusers. I'm pretty sure the Accusers were our first. I remember hearing the team name and being like, ooh! Although to be fair, that's a lot of the team names. There's some really all of the names in this game, the names for terminology and things and people and legends and locations, spot on all around. It's just, this is a good game, guys. Can be sold to Slug Market. I'm going to trust the game that is the only purpose it has. So we're going to go ahead and sell this. I know I just said that, and I'm still holding on to this bark strip, but I'm still, I don't care. We should get some Pamitha action in there, since she needs to get some experience at some point. Jodariel also has some. Oh, she's unwilling. Oh, she refused to participate in the rites with Pamitha. Oh, that's great. I want to really give my girl the XP she can, but I mean, that's true to character. I can't even blame you. So let's go with Gilman. Nightwings, the wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him or any of you. Yeah, well, you're just 3 Hedwyns stacked up in a trench coat. Yeah, no, you're not. Defense is very easy against nomads, I'm figuring out. Offense is not very difficult either. Playing against the Accusers is not making me regret sending Hedwyn over. I'll be real with you. I'm okay with that decision when I'm seeing what 3 Hedwyns can do against me. I feel like they're like the Krogan in that they've done really bad things. That doesn't necessarily mean they are the most evil they ever are. These guys are actively working to bring back evil god lady. And these guys are just a-holes. So why don't I just want to make sure that we keep these guys in the dirt. I feel like they deserve. I don't want any of them getting liberated. Is the thing. So I want to kick their butts now. Excuse me, you can't toss it in the. What is this like? Elementary school basketball strategy of I didn't double dribble if I toss it in the air and then catch it again. I passed it to myself. I know you all have tried that, and it doesn't count. You found an unbottled note. It should fetch a decent price. Something retrieved from the waters of the downside. Can I read it? That would be fun if I could read it. I guess there's enough time so we can talk to someone else now. Yeah! The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. +1 hope for the next fight. Wish Hedwyn luck. That's so fun. That's such a fun little detail. That's great. Oh, I definitely love this game. This game's great. I like this game a lot. This is a good game. I really like this game. Forgot what voice I used for the withdrawing, but I'm sure it hurt my throat, so I'm gonna get more water. Islach savours defeat. Thine, ours, he cares not. Ye shall see. You didn't win. You didn't win. And we got 3 nomads this time. Pretty easy. Okay. We got 2 nomads this time. Should be pretty easy. Got 2 nomads this time. Yeah, you ever play a fictional sport in a game and you're playing against the computer and you're like, I'm good at this, and you also have the feeling, if I ever played this online, I would absolutely suck. Like, I can just tell. And we have more people to talk to. Yeah. Literally anytime she's on screen, I'm like, yeah! Jodariel seems frustrated about her horns. Say they look heavy. It seems one never grows entirely accustomed to becoming a demon of the downside. Say they look good. You find it difficult to imagine Jodariel without her state of horns. Say nothing. You know a rhetorical question. When you hear one, best let her speak her mind. This is tough. Because I want to commiserate with her. They also look good. They also look really good. I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna give my all. You express regret her horns yet cause her discomfort, though note you think that they look very good on her for whatever consolation that provides. It is fortunate that my perpetual discomfort is of benefit to you. Sometimes I think if these horns are to symbolize my sins, then surely they are going to recede if ever I return. On nights when these damned horns prevent my sleep, my thoughts inevitably stray to that hopeless idea. A naive hope which never leaves, despite prolonged attempts to rid myself of it. Horns are not worth the trouble, reader. She nods wryly as she heads out into the afternoon. Dang it. Shoot. Oh, hey guys. Look, I got something here that I think which maybe you would like. Shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort. A sun serum, a star serum, and a moon serum. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. And besides, they can give you just the little lift you need, you know what I mean? It's drugs, guys. I'm giving you drugs. I think that you will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth no matter what it takes. No matter if, in doing so, you are destroyed instead. Just so. Then you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart. I mean, hey, if you want to join the revolution, we're taking members. So how is that for you, Jody darling? I suppose the outcome was acceptable. I'll take that as a compliment. And reader, thank you for your guidance as ever. Okay, I would ship this, except but except I want Jodariel. And successfully, we are going to be fighting the doggies, so even if we lose, although I don't expect to, a good boy will be getting his freedom. That being said, I don't know who I'm going to give up if I win. Because I don't want it to be Jodariel, in case that wasn't clear. So tell me something, Rita, darling. Do you suppose I'm going to betray you? You may know better than I do at this point. Say that you trust her, loyalty has to be earned, you believe she will stand with the Nightwings. Admit to having reservations, she's made quite clear that priority is to her blood sister. I mean, her blood sister's not going to take her back, so I feel like even if she tried to betray us, Pamitha wouldn't take her. So I trust her. That's good enough reason to trust someone, right? Is the person they're trying to betray you for isn't going to accept the betrayal? Crime, vagrancy. She failed to meet basic cognitive standards and had no place or family in the Commonwealth. That's effed up. Motive none. The record states she demonstrated a thorough lack of understanding of her wrongdoing. Oh, that's effed up. I would literally only be okay with giving Faye freedom if I knew that she would immediately get in contact with Hedwyn. Like, Hedwyn needs to be waiting at the gates for her. Otherwise, I'm not letting her go off on her own because the Commonwealth is effed up. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Jodariel passes through the gate. Faye passes through the gate. Pamitha passes through the gate. Rukey passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate! Why? Why does he get the shine? Nice. Just like the simulations. Drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within, although you can still hear him going on about something. Whoa, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. Oh, wait. Rukey earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Rukey Green.
He's just like flipping over. When Hedwyn won, it was so effing graceful, and he's just like, ah! I just realized that if you lose the liberation right, you go down to 0. That's why the Tempers were last, and now the Fate are last as well. That seems unfair to me, but I am glad that they got a chance. I don't even know who else I want to have a chance. I guess maybe the Tempers again, because he seemed like an okay dude. Accusers are a-holes, but at least they seem somewhat, in comparison to everyone else, they seem somewhat noble. And then we have the Coward, the Orcus worshippers, the absolute worst. The Krogan, and then the Mad Max group. Like, the Fate are the only ones where I'm like, I'd be really comfortable and happy if I lost to them. Everyone else, it's like, I guess I'll give you a shot, but I don't really care. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I've not talked about with you at length. You see, I've been importing this wine into the Commonwealth, and it has some special spinal fluid in it. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves. Well, not the 2 who already left, but the rest of you. I mean them too, but they're not here now. But we have the 8 scribes, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed our Commonwealth. Together they created all this ceremony of which we're now a part. Wait, we don't have a snake. We don't have a snake lady. Is that the last person we're missing? Anyway, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of Molten Milithae. And I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. Oh, we don't have to go? You just brought them here? A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce you to a dear old friend of mine whom I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. Part of me wants to bring the chastity to a liberation rite just so I can take that opportunity away from them at the last second. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the Highland remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. Okay, I do appreciate that. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. That's actually a really good excuse for why this guy's in charge. That's great. It is possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then after you, madam. The two characters whose voices hurt my vocal cords the most. We gotta love it. The rite shall not commence unless the necessary preparations are complete at a celestial landmark, ere the stars align. Are these, like, is this preordained, or is he just making this up as he goes? Like, are all the other scribes looking at him, like, coming up with this cool rule set? Like, this is gonna, he's, like, play testing it with his buddies? The liberation takes place upon the fall of Solium under a bloodied moon, witnessed by the heralds from the stars. Okay, so they were already calling it the fall of Solium while he was still alive and figuring all this out. I feel like this is a hot take, but things shouldn't be named after you while you're still alive. That's not like a hard and fast rule. There's certainly exceptions. I'm sure there's many that you could make, and I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But like, in terms of like giant landmarks across the land, like, you shouldn't call it the fall of Solium while you're still alive writing books. You got anything to say? You call upon me for some purpose, my reader. What's on your mind? What's going on with you? I thought I told you to be gone. Yeah, but the text was orange, so it made me think there was something new. But not Milithe. She cast upon the fiend 100 words of binding, each one more binding than the last. I don't know why I find that funny. With the creature's incandescent skin, we bound this book and bound ourselves unto the stars. Like, either she had 100 different, like, binding spells prepared, and she just started with the weakest one and worked her way up, or all 100 words of binding do the same thing, but it's just like adding on to the effects one after the other. And Under King Horus is like, yeah, and that helped, and then that helped even more, and that helped even more. Like, that description is really funny to me. I don't know why. Now then, we've a most pressing engagement soon, so I'm afraid we've little time for chat. Much as I do cherish our exchanges, we must beg your leave until some other time. Okay, that was on you. I saw that you just kind of wander into frame. That's on you. Volunteer to survey the Dark Waters along the Black Wagon with Sir Gilman and Bertrude. What a pairing. I ship it. Look at this. Ah, my good compatriots, the Master Reader himself, and Bertrude. Shall we be off then? He's got the heart in the eyes. He sees it. We see it. Everyone sees it. Ooh. Fun statue. Oh god, it's just a football arena for the drive-ups.
Now prepare yourselves.
Oh, that's great. That's such a fun little addition. They're waving flags and everything. Oh, that's really fun. That is really fun. As the rite commences, the imps throughout the cart. I didn't think they would move. Okay, well, on that in mind, that means, do we want to fight the Essence or the Chastity at the Liberation? I'm kind of digging the idea that we're going to give Manly a chance and then just grab it away from him. So yeah, let's go ahead and fight the Essence now if it's an option. Reader, the adversary whom we face, Orlek, he is not one to back down. He was very experienced in the rites even at the time, and so beware. There was no one in his day who could prevail against him, and he appears even stronger now. I wish I had more valuable advice to give in this. I wish I had foreseen this. This wasn't part of the plan. Well, who are we? The True Nightwings is their team name. Dang, that's good. Good play. Ooh, he has a special animation. Didn't realize you die when you fall in the lava. Okay, this is bad. This is a bad... We're off to a bad start. Excuse me? Are you kidding me? He just waltzed in. Okay, this might be our first loss. Good lord, that's it. That's it. Unless Tizo can... Oh! 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 No! No, please. 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 How effing dare you? Hell yeah! Hell no! No! God, we got it! Tizo! Tizo, you absolute legend! Get no! No, no, please. Please, no. I'm still. Oh, I didn't realize you're still alive. Bold. Oh, I stunned my teammates too. I didn't realize that. Ah! Well, you know what? The Nightwings still win at the end of the day, so I count that as a W no matter what. I also think, in terms of plot, this is a good match to lose for the first time. It's very movie-esque of, like, this is the end of the second act leading into the third. We lose our first big round. That one round where he just, Oralek just waltzed in and killed all three of my guys just by walking up to us because his aura is so big. The immensity of his aura. Once more then, under the fall of Solium. Excellent. Excellent. Is anyone feeling excellent after that match? And I need... The Mooncrest Talisman is the only thing that works for this, because it's really helpful for one-on-ones. Not one-on-one, it's one-on-three. It's not fair. It's not a fair match. What can I say? Maybe I've just lost my touch. Have I lost my touch? No. It's the game that is wrong. We are known throughout the downside as Big Bertrude.
It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Oralek in all his bitter
Wait, what? Okay, that's quite the leap in logic.
For the chastity, your adversaries. They fought so very bravely for this.
Did they? Oh, but I mean no offense. Meant no offense at all. I shall serve well these rites, I promise. Why, I should think I shall be sending many exiles here into the downside to replace me. I can think of quite a few who I think would benefit from experiencing this wonderful tradition for themselves. Then Manly covers his face again. Now, as for you, Nightwings, make no attempt to undermine me here, and nothing shall befall you or your loved ones in the Commonwealth. Is it a deal? He's really the worst. Tizo is a very good player. I'm sad to give him up. Yo, the lyrics talk about the chastity. The verses are personalized to the match happening. That's so rad.
The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free.
As long as we can get through the lag and the game doesn't crash. Once the animation loads. Yeah. It takes a second for the, what is it called, the live stream to get going, you know? There we go. There we go. It's working on it. Give it a second. It'll get there. Tizo wishes for the best for each of you and asks that you remember him. Of course, buddy. Tizo earned his freedom. May he return in glory. Those bearing the name the Chastity all count themselves disciples of Luz Chlorian, the Hundred Minds, known firstly for his wisdom, but also cherished for his modesty, integrity, and kinship. Yeah, modesty, really. That's manly to a T. I frankly still do not hold Arisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible for it put us in this desperate situation. The system! Blame it on the system!
Yet an awful rumor reached me recently.
It seems to have caused you so much trouble that you are lagging. I apologize that the rumor is so troubling.
You have within your retinue a traitor.
Oh god, we're introducing a traitor element? Oh, to the Commonwealth. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna tell you, yes, that's true, but I thought you meant traitor to me. It was there that the limbless Arazek was defeated, turning the region lush and livable, at least for certain denizens, although, of course, not everyone believes this. Don't you dare run into me! I see you up there! Your adversaries, the Tempers, must be working to find their way there even now. Good fortune you're right against them, reader. And... God. Oi, mates! Look at what ran into us again! Keep telling my mates here we ought to do the same. You did. You did do the same. You literally just ran into me. I was standing completely still. And you can have first dibs. All you gotta do is give us a lift because you're headed to the Glade of Lou, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay? Black Wagon does not provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have room enough for Falcon Ron, barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifacts he's transporting right now, and whether you should get involved. I'm sorry. The thought of having to travel with Falcon Ron fills you with a nameless dread. I like how that description doesn't mention the artifacts at all. It's just being with Ron is too much. The Slug Market proprietor seems to be in need of some assistance that you may as well provide. Yeah, get on in. I'll probably get a punishment for the curse that you're bringing on board, but we're still going to be friendly. Their fellow exiles exchange cautious looks. You invite Falcon Ron to climb aboard. Oh, great. Thanks, guys. I'll just squeeze right in. Just... He does not. Dad! Come on, put your back into it already. Eventually, Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Falcon Ron joined you. Welcome him aboard. For now. You just hear his little grumbles. I love it. What a character that should be a nothing character that's still really fun. I love Falcon Ron. I felt like an interminable trip during which Falcon Ron did not even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him. You reach your destination. Anyways, thanks guys, and remember what I said. These thingers I got here, you got dibs on them if you come visit me and Dad. That is, now we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay? Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless dribble or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone was left feeling out of sorts. He lost -5 glory. That is quite a bit.
I thought that we were friends. Then fine. Let us return to a more formal...
I love that he's like, I'll accept it, it's fine, but we're not friends anymore. Like, if we're breaking the rules, we're breaking the rules, but he's not even like, he's like, nah, Volfred can play, I'm just upset about it.
Choose now your band of traitors.
We're not all traitors, dude. We kind of are, because we're all committing to the plan, but he doesn't know that. You Nightwings, you've been practicing, ain't ya? And what about you, Iggy? You're just a washed-up old goat. You're through. How long are you going to keep at this, getting weaker and weaker, worse and worse, huh? I thought he was talking about a Boston Terrier for a second there. Forgot his name was Ignarius. You could have prevailed. Why did you hold back? You really want to know there, huh? Indulge me. Sure. You free tomorrow night? Jodariel scoffs at this. She dons her mask. No. Then she turns and walks away from him without another word. Naria simply stands and stares. Damn. Yeah, she's taken. I don't know by who. It's either me or Pamitha. We're not sure which. But she is taken. She leaves him just as soon as he arrived. Hey, hold up. Curly horns, wait. Wait. She keeps him waiting there. Narius just shakes his head. And he keeps waiting, for there's little else for him there in the downside. He keeps waiting, but not for very long. Not for very long. Wait, no, that wasn't a date, was it? Stop it. Not allowed. Jodariel is gay, and you can't tell me otherwise. Like, that's not... I will not have that. The two old friends have evidently managed their way past certain tensions in their long-standing relationship. They rather seem to draw a certain strength from one another. As you know, Bertrude, I'm married to my art, the books. That Ignarius. He is a base fool. We have not a thing in common save a set of horns. Yet here I am, drawing comparisons with how I felt at times back in the Commonwealth while speaking to you of him. Now, Jodariel, you could draw comparisons with how you felt while you're speaking to me and end the sentence there. And I'd also accept speaking of Pamitha. But please, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Jodariel makes evident she has nothing more to say about this. Tell her Ignarius seems alright. If Jodariel has found some kinship with him, then that is comforting to hear. Tell her he seems like trouble. By her own admission, they have nothing much in common. She can do better. Tell her you care for her. Ignarius would be a base fool indeed to not see what he sees. Wait, what? Tell her you care for her. Ignarius would be a base fool indeed to not see what he sees in her. Tell her goodbye. It is evident that she wishes to go out alone. I guess I'll tell you I care for her. I'm not sure why Ignarius is mentioned in this response. You admit, not without some degree of difficulty, that you have grown to care for her yourself. You understand full well how Ignarius must feel. You knew from the first that you had never met anyone like her, but you could never have surmised the degree to which this turned out to be true. Jodariel says nothing at first. Brave of you to say. Such flattery. How brave of you to say. In turn, and as this conversation demonstrates, I have come to value your kinship. But we shall have to draw a boundary there, for a variety of reasons. I know I am not being delicate, but you and I both understand, I think, how feelings operate. Please forgive me mine. I care for you, and I am grateful that you care for me. She departs with a nod. You sense her mood grown darker for the moment, not because of anything you said, but because of how she knows she made you feel. Okay. I am extra sad that it's not... If she turned me down for Pamitha, I could accept that. I am legit kind of sad that she's turning me down for Ignarius. I'm happy for Jodariel that she has found someone. I'm just sad that it's straight. Look at her! Look at Jodariel! You can't tell... whatever. I hate to... This is gonna seem so effing petty, but I'm kind of wondering if I should send Jodariel up in the Liberation next. Not to break her up with Ignarius, not because of that. But now that I know me and Jodariel is not going to be a thing, like that, I feel like it's a very firm confirmation that no, this isn't going to happen. I feel like there's less storyline value in keeping her in the downside. And I also legit think she could be super helpful on the other side. There's a gameplay element there as well that I feel like she would help with the plan if she got liberated more. That being said, it certainly is going to come across that I really just don't condone this straight relationship, and I have no further comment. Let's talk to Sandra. Xylobones! Would that we all could become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. Yes! Yes! That is true. Truer words have never been spoken. We all wish that. We all wish our bones could be put to good musical use. Don't deny it. We all know it.
The flame is stricken.
Do.
Spectacularly done.
If they can't swap their players fast enough, that's on them.
The Nightwing shall prevail.
Also, I keep forgetting Pamitha respawns if I douse the fire while flying.
Now to the flame.
That's so OP!
She soared right in.
Oh, this is so unfair. This is a power trio right here. Bold. 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 That's fine. I can just keep playing defense while I wait for Jodariel to get back. This is fine. I'm not scared.
Expected. Be gone.
Uh-oh.
Your fellow exiles remain banished. Good.
That's fine. That's fine.
The flame is stricken.
That's fine. It's so unfair. She just comes back. It's so unfair. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try.
To ruin. Seemingly unfair.
Seemingly. Not actually. We should have several chances left for someone to go free. Either us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now, I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. And so, who stays, who goes, these choices affect us all. No pressure there, my girl. I was gonna say, like, Yeah, I know, man. I've figured it out. I know the kind of balancing act I have to do here. Thank you. Sandra's status blaspheming more than usual. Oh, these are great. This game is great. Inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Volfred first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now, though for that matter, my girl, so do you. He studies your reaction for a moment, then, hang on, give me a second. I have no effing clue. What is it? Orlek gave the impression they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Oh God! Is he the voice? Indeed, as I became accustomed to the book, which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice. Oh God! Oh, wow! Volfred looks at you as if to see you yet take his meaning. You see, my girl, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth, and a new responsibility to the triumvirate which liberated him. That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, it's his. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than Archjustice Androbeles the Ninth himself. God. Archjustice Androbeles the Ninth. Now then, whom else should we talk about? I really expected Brighton to be the least interesting of these three, but I feel like he will end up being the most interesting. That is fascinating. Father never quite recovered after this, and had grown cruel and detached. It was Erisa who took the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible of her. One day it was all too much for her, so when next he lashed out at her, she struck back. She struck back again and again and again. 28 stab wounds! And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your commonwealth and the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. Honestly, maybe we should be teaming up with the remnants, you know? Nightwings, your decision. On whose behalf shall you conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I would ask you to choose wisely, but I am sure you know no other way. That's a kind thing to say, honestly. Pamitha, I feel like we still have a little bit more character development to do. Jodariel technically has more with Ignarius, but I'm trying to make sure I'm not just making a petty decision. A, she would help the plan. B, we've exhausted, in terms of us, our whole story decision. C, she's not going to get with us. D, she's not going to get with Pamitha. E, I want her to have her freedom. I don't want to run out of chances while Jodariel is still with me. So even though I was expecting to kind of keep her until the end, I think I have to go with Jodariel. As the liberation rite continues, you sense Pamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please, let her prevail. Let her prevail, please. Let her prevail here, this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it, but please, let Pamitha prevail, for she is here, wrapped up in all this, because of me. Oh, I don't like that! I don't like this idea of losing is winning. You know, we're just gonna try our best. Whoever wins, wins, you know? I'm sorry, Pamitha. I forced you to do the killing blow. I'm so sorry. I feel kind of bad. It's for the plan. It's for the best. It's for the plan. And Jodariel has earned her freedom. She deserves to go back. Farewell then, reader. All of you. For now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel.
God, she's so graceful while she does it, too. The stars continue fading. Your chances to liberate airfield exiles grow scarcer but more frequent. I know, game. I heard. With the rite soon ending, everything which Volfred has sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. I heard That throat clearing. That's great. We have not heard any voice acting from the protagonist. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Faye's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You are searching to find the right words as all your fellow exiles are looking to you now. You tell them that you all have stood together time after time throughout this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. Consider a different way to put this. Oh, I get to choose. I don't want to go with the default automatically, but that's pretty good. Either this or the Commonwealth thing. Commonwealth is already on upheaval. They have unfinished business to conduct. The injustices committed on the other side cannot continue. Okay, but who do we have left? Pamitha and Volfred care about that. Sir Gilman and Faye and Bertrude probably don't really care about the Commonwealth. They're willing to help, but like... I'm just curious if Faye would care about this speech, whereas the thing about the stars shining is that would get through to her. That being said, I do want to service the plan. The plan is good. We need to figure out the plan. So we're going to go with this. If you can believe any of this, then believe above all in each other. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. If you cannot see the merit in this quest, then you are unfit to... Can you imagine if I looked Sir Gilman in the eye? It's like, if you don't care about this effing Commonwealth plan, then effing get out. If you can believe any of this, then believe all in each other, and trust what your heart is telling you. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. Trust that you may yet prevail together. Alright, I already touched on the plan, so I feel like now we can... I feel like we're starting to wrap it up a little bit here, so now we need to focus on team effort. So, what was the other one that was good? I did like this, whether you achieve your freedom is up to all of you. But again, that seems like it's absolving me of responsibility, and I am making very tough choices here, so I would say if you can believe any of this, and believe all in each other, I like that. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. Trust that you may yet prevail together. I like that. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. Let us stand together now and always. Mere distance cannot separate our spirits. Oh, that's cute. The stars have not vanished. They have joined us. Bleh. Let us bring about the harmony envisioned by the 8 scribes. People of the Commonwealth need us as we need one another. I like this one. It's simple but effective. That is a nice closing statement. Let us stand together now and always. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then... You truly believe that your Commonwealth can change its ways then, reader darling? Suppose that I may yet come to believe it too. Thou wouldst dare change this ancient world, reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. May long the stars remain a light for you, reader madam. All the while, Volfred remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens, and he smiles. You are right, of course, my girl. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. Let us stand together, now and always. Lead us, then, reader, to the end of our quest and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings. Everyone responds in kind, yeah! They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury, because now the last rites beckon. Each of the Nightwings gain +1 hope permanently. Let us stand together! That's so cool! Wait. The essence lost in the Triumvirate, which is supposed to reset you to 0, but Chastity is losing so badly that they're still at the bottom, tied for 0. That's great. The 8, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers, and by you yourself. I love scientific publishing. Jodariel is safe, and she is helping with the plan. I am saddened that my true love shall never come to be in this game, but it is all for the best. I should see what Pamitha's up to. That would sure be a move. What was the little imp flying around? Can we talk to this guy? What's happening here? Oh, I killed him. I murdered that drive-in. Good. Hark, Master Reader! By this knight's keen eye, he has spotted something in the depths. Sir Gilman plunges into the waters and then soon re-emerges, bearing something new. It's a gun! A veritable boon for the glory of the Nightwings. Could still be a gun. You received Shipwreck. It is sopping wet. It seems to be a box. Oh, it can just be sold. So it could still be a gun, and our characters just choose not to use it, so we sell it. That's what I'm going to go with. We found a gun. I feel like Sir Gilman feels it's beneath his knight's honor to use it. Bertrude and Volfred are like, I don't need a gun. I'm fine enough on my own. Oh, Pamitha, Gertrude, Volfred, all that same thing of like, yeah, that's beneath me. I don't need a gun. And then Faye would be like, I'm willing to try gun. And everyone else is like, how about we sell it? How about we sell the gun? I think that's probably the best plan. I don't think we have a lot of options here, so let's head to the Hulk of Horus. I'll tell you what I'm nervous about. I'm really nervous about having to fight Orlek again, just because of how badly it went last time. Halt! Everyone, I beg you please forgive my rudeness here. The Black Wagon has shuddered to a stop en route to the Hulk of Horus. There is some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still. Sorry, it's going to take me a second to get back into the voices. Someone is there, along our path, ahead. There's no mistaking who it is. Please don't tell me. God. I need to learn to shut my mouth. Every time. I think it's fair to hail him. It's better than just bumping into him like we always do on the overworld screen. There has to be a way to reason with Orlek and bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him then, as we proceed. You give the signal for the drive imps to start the wagon and head toward him, but just as you reach the point where Orlek once stood, it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course. Indeed, Orlek is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. Minus 10 hope. Hey, you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, legs frown and stuff like that? Something happened there or what? Heard a crazy story. She just flew on out of here or something. Anyways. Doesn't he know what we do for a living? Like, what? Yeah, she's gone. Where? There it is. I was like, I know she had her own totem. We're going to hold on to it for safekeeping, as we always have. Just like with the Mark strip. It's going to be important one day. All right, let's give him the shipwreck. Let's give him the gun. Let's give Falcon Ron a gun. He deserves it. You guys have a good day out there. We have a page revealed from that, apparently. All right, I'm going to do that before I forget. But oh, God. Stop it, man! I specifically took note of your companions leave you alone as they go to survey the area, so I did think it was weird that there was someone to talk to in the Black Wagon. I was not expecting this! You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the Black Wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. I'm glad we sold the gun before Orlek could get his hands on it. I'm not playing that well, so it's even more frustrating that it feels like they're just kind of handing it over to me. Dang. Okay. All right. Let's see if they can actually get to the goal now. God bless, dude. This, I know this isn't in the lore of the game. This isn't actually a sport. It's like a, religious rite and whatnot. But like, if it were a sport, man, this would not be a fun match to watch. No one came out of that looking good. Faye's so happy. Faye did great. Every time Faye was on screen, everything was going fine. So many people at once. Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they overcame the dissidents rather decisively. I guess Sir Gilman doesn't get to be a part of this, though. It is plain to you that none of them look well. Lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you. Oh God, did I give all three of them right sickness? Reader, the faster turning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. It is fortunate that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear that this group here requires a rest. We have Lone Minstrel. We have 5 people. If 3 of them have sickness, we can't field a full team. What do you mean it's fortunate that our other companions are available? Let's see who we have available. There's only 3 that we could fight. We can fight... Yeah, no. 72% seems like a good percentage to be at, but then you remember that's like a 1 in 4 chance that you still lose. And that makes me nervous. Like, I've been thinking about it, and, like, it's kind of messed up that, like, if you get to 95% of a success rate of your plan working, that's still, you roll a nat 1 and you lose. Like, it's still very much in the realm of possibility. She can sway the coming right against the Pyre hearts in your favor here. I'm curious what's going to happen there. Yeah, let's go to fall flat. I might have missed one on the left side, in which case, whoops. It's still fear in the Pyre hearts. God bless. I should have read the little thing anyways. You do your best to keep up with Pamitha as she delves into the barren wastes of Fall Flat. She indicates some of her winged sisters may be nearby to lend her aid. This is as far as you can follow, Rita, darling. Please excuse me for a little while. She swoops off, leaving you on your own. Some time passes during which you can almost feel the downside encroaching all around you, and then... Well, that was certainly interesting. I suggest we get out of here. It would appear the Pyre hearts soon will have a little accident that should dampen their spirits. This feels like cheating. But I didn't see it happen, so I can't report on it or anything. Hey, there's like no cobwebs now. That's fun. I don't know what affects that. I wonder if there's like a certain party member who dusts, and I just haven't been paying attention to when that happens, but that's cool. Maybe it's just that our Black Wagon is so full of stuff now that people are using that the cobwebs don't have time to go, oh, hello!
The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Okay. You sense a vague concern in Volfred, perhaps at having to confront the Pyre hearts once again. Don't worry, you're not going to be playing on account of your sickness.
I am still very cross with you, you know.
Dude, if I'm not here, we can't do the rites.
Not just to the legacy of
so, like, if you get rid of me, you're the one that's, like, not letting the rites happen. The burden of the question of who most deserves their freedom is about to weigh upon you once again. Thank you. Thank you, game. Thank you.
It is my sincerest hope your adversaries of this liberation right achieve.
I'd rather Satan be summoned and destroy the world than you win this right. He didn't say, I hope the withdrawn win and get to liberate one of their own. He said, I hope the withdrawn get what they want. Which is, to be clear, literally the end of the world. Okay, so the question is... Volfred is available. Okay, one, Volfred is a very good defensive player, but I can deal without Volfred. I can play without Volfred. He's not vital to me winning. Pamitha kind of is. Pamitha's too good. The question is, do I trust Volfred at this point? And the answer is, yeah, pretty much yeah. He still occasionally gives me sketchy vibes, but the person who told me not to trust him most recently is also the guy who hates my guts. And hates Volfred's guts. And we're going all in on Volfred's plan anyways, so I might as well bring the Spine Wine in and just go all in on this plan and help Volfred out with whatever he wants. Like, we're too committed at this point to say, I don't trust Volfred. Yeah, we'll see how you do with this. It's so dumb. No, 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 we're doing so well. Thank goodness the computers don't know how to deal with this. Oh, interesting. That seems almost like it was cheating, but okay. They did 50 points in one hit. Like, I think I might have actually lost if they had hit me twice. So that was a lot closer than it seemed. But luckily, it seems like the scribes called down on the blasphemy happening and chose to just freeze one of them in place there, which was very helpful to me. Volfred earned back his freedom. May he return in glory. Page revealed on history. You prevailed in the liberation against the withdrawn. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Volfred, who returned to the Commonwealth. Yeah, a real loud one, that one. Your plan is well in motion. With Volfred back in your country to lead the effort, I have confidence that you shall all prevail in this collective goal. Don't jinx it, Tariq. Don't do that. I don't know. I don't... Like, it's fun to kick Manly's ass, but I don't know how much, like, interesting plot we're gonna get out of him now. There might be more with Ignarius, although now that Jodie is gone, there's not going to be much. I feel like he's just going to be like, where did Jodie... Oh, she's gone. Oh, no, I'm sad, no.
Some of us hold dear the teachings of the scribes.
I don't know what he's on about. We're all doing this... We're all still doing it. Steel yourself, armor. Are you prepared to face our adversaries once again? Always, Father. Let us prevail here and now. Let us do so indeed, my son. And this other imp that's here with us, he joins in too. I can do that. It's not fair. Pamitha is not fair. This knight is the epitome of indomitable spirit. He's achieved the culmination of his training. How wonderful a feeling, having nothing left to learn, Master Reader. Nothing whatsoever. This knight highly recommends it. But yeah, we just haven't gotten the chance to... Oh, excuse me! Your wagon reels from the impact of some sort of massive object slamming into it mid-flight. False knight wings. Orlek calls down to all of you from atop his wagon. Again you seek to climb that cursed mountain beneath us. Again you seek to take my rightful place. I should send you crashing down to it, that you may fall as I have. He stares down at all of you. But I shall not. Rather, we shall meet upon the summit, ere the last cycle of the rites is ended. Until then. Ow. That was rude. What do you do when all this is over, Pamitha? You want to run away? Let's face it, you're probably not getting out of here. So then you can either go live out your days under some rock somewhere, or maybe these, who call you their friend, maybe they mean it. You return to the wagon after she's finished paying her respects. The summit awaits, but first there is time to continue practicing your vocations. I have good and bad news for you, Pamitha. You will be getting out of here. And is there stuff we can sell that I'm okay selling? Oh, that's Volfred's. I gotta hold on to that. Although we already have this bark strip to remember him by.
Oblige the voice that tells you more. Would that the scribes were here among us still. I would not sing your praises to them, rest assured.
Well,
I trust that you shall save.
What do you want from me, man?
You shan't have to oblige me for much longer.
Think back to the book. Now listen to me. Listen to me. I hate you. This knight loves you all. He loves you all, that you would strive for him and let him join your noble quest. This knight does not feel as though he is deserving of this outcome yet. The result appears inarguable. Even now this knight is drawn into the Shimmer Pool. Our time grows brief. Therefore, know this, beloved friends. This knight shall ever strive on your behalf there in the Commonwealth. Though his honor may have been restored, his true journey only now begins. And so, good friends of the Nightwings, this knight must now bid you farewell. However, the bonds we form together shan't be broken by mere distance, nay. Strive on, good friends, strive on! You can still hear Sir Gilman as he vanishes into the Shimmer Pool. If this lowly knight could have achieved such glory, surely can you all for now farewell, farewell! Sir Gilman earned back his freedom, may he return in glory. I love that he was like, our time grows brief, and then he just keeps talking and talking and talking.
The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
Yeah, but I realized if we fight Orlek again, the one person we've lost to, There's a chance Pamitha doesn't get to go back. Oops. I'm worried if it's gonna throw some sort of curveball at me where it'll actually, because the rites are ending and it's such a special occasion, that it'll actually, if I want to, let me go back. But I will probably have to leave my 3 companions behind to do that. But hey, if we lose the last match, won't have to worry about that choice. You and Bertrude spend much of the rest of the day searching through the stark badlands of Shunt until at last you find something of value. So it would seem, at least, as neither you nor Bertrude can tell exactly what it is, for the object lies beyond your grasp. We consider methods to retrieve it. Gone! 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 Oh, hey guys, you know, it seems so awful quiet now, I gotta say, with that slippery little character what used to hang around with you, I mean. Talks like this a lot, know what I mean? Hope he found that honor thing he's always on about. We don't got that in stock just now.
They are exploiting you. You shall never have your freedom.
I know that. And the fact that you keep saying it so much makes me think there's a chance I will, but no one's been deceiving me about that. By dawn you are already up and about after a troubled slumber. The Black Wagon is prepared for its final voyage to the Fall of Solium. No one speaks. As you lift into the skies, someone does speak. One by one, your fellow exiles approach her, now with sureness in their step. I'll go. Pamitha Thane. I came seeking my blood sister Tamitha's forgiveness, since she ended up in here because of me. Maybe something good can come of it as yet. We are called Big Bertrude. I guess you probably heard the big news, huh? Yeah, well, I'm going out of business here, I guess. Just hasn't been the same, you know? What with all the stars fading out and stuff. Anyways, just wanted to say you guys are great, and I sure am gonna miss having you guys as customers and all that. But I got some good news, though, too. All my stuff, it's on sale now, and I'll throw a little extra there just for you, okay? So, enjoy, and maybe I'll be seeing you guys around, okay? Henceforth, all of Falcon Bronze goods are 5% off! Great! Got anything else to say, Falconrod, before we get in here? Oh, hey guys, this, I guess it's a little awkward here, I guess, because I said goodbye and stuff to you already, so, just maybe have a look around or something. That's great. Yeah, no, I have 2 coins and nothing that I want to part ways with, because these are all so valuable to me, so that's it for that. Didn't see nothing you like this time, huh? Now I'm curious if there's more to say. My favorite guys, they're back already, for some reason. Commence the final liberation rite. This is your final opportunity to liberate one of your fellow exiles and help fulfill Volfred's plan. And as a reminder, we are still a nat 1 away from still losing the plan. 94% is not as surefire as it sounds. Go forth with glory. Then he looks up and he extends his hand in friendship. You clasp it. Don't even get a choice, nor do I want one. Of course I do. It's the manliest handshake ever, even though the player character here is canonically a woman. It's still manly in the gender neutral sense, in the supportive. Everyone is supportive of each other way. You know what I just want it to be like the Predator handshake is all I'm trying to say here. Having come this far, I need but to take the final steps upon the quest for freedom. Don't tell me, don't remind me of the stakes. I know. Like, if we lose and Pamitha doesn't go free, I can come to terms with that. But it would still be kind of a sucky way to end the game on a loss, you know? Alright, well I did make my decision. I stand by it. Bertrude has showed no interest in escaping, and Faye, I think, honestly would be happier here than in the Commonwealth. Pamitha, I think, still has a life to live that's not here in the downside. So we're going with Pamitha. I tell you that you've made a terrible mistake there, reader darling, but I think you haven't made as many as I have, so I'll try not to mess this up for either one of us. Yeah.
And there it is, at last.
God bless.
Nightwings proved their worth.
Favored to prevail. You were gonna have to say the Nightwings won either way, man.
And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen.
Oh, what kind of BS is gonna get thrown at us here?
And thus, the scribes have chosen.
As for who returns, someone shall have to choose. Ere the last light of the stars is extinguished and the right cease to be, this is the final trial of the scribes. Then it's sounding rather like I can get out of here. Though maybe you can, reader darling. Aye, it shall be either you, the reader, or... It shall be either or. Pamitha, please make your decision quickly, lest it shall be forfeit. I do not know for how much longer the light of the stars shall offer you this gift. Quite the dilemma, but I think I know which way I'm leaning here. Okay, I was too busy focused on the voice acting. I didn't actually, like, read who gets to make the choice. I guess it's Pamitha, which, thank God I don't have to make the decision, because, like, part of me would really like to, not even to get back to the Commonwealth, but just to be with all my friends again. Obviously, like, I'm going to be sad saying goodbye to Pamitha and Faye, and Bertrude to an extent, although we haven't had quite the same emotional connection as the other two. But, like, I would like to rejoin the rest of the party. I would love for everyone to get back together, but we always knew that was not going to be a possibility. But I made the choice, like, I was already okay with sending Pamitha and staying behind. So, like, I am now okay with either option here, which is great, because I feel like depending on the characters you have at the end, this could be an incredibly, like, stressful thing to hear that it's not your choice anymore. But in this case, I'm okay with either option. Rita, darling, do me a favor now and go get out of there before I start having second thoughts. Pamitha wishes to give up her freedom so that you may regain yours. Very well. That's what I figured was going to happen. Although I wonder if you don't work on your relationships with them, if that affects the decision. Rita, madam, the choice which Pamitha made, or rather the choice which she gave, is now yours to make instead. This... Okay, so never mind. I guess Pamitha gets first priority of whether or not she wants to choose, and then she can just hand it off to me. Who shall finally go free? Choose yourself. This is your chance. Pamitha wishes that you should take it. Choose Pamitha. Your intention this night was for her to return to glory, and it shall be done. Choose Orlek. He earned his rightful freedom long ago. He deserves his justice. That's kind of true. That's the upsetting part, is that he did technically win. But he's also been quite the jerk since then. And this whole game is about, like, redeeming yourself and becoming a better person, and he hasn't really done that. So, like, we all deserve our freedom at this point, and even though he does deserve it, I think he deserves it less than the other two choices. Yeah. You are decided. You have chosen Pamitha. She looks at you with some astonishment. Pamitha, madam, do you accept the reader's choice, or shall you make another? Sure, why not? Thank you, darling. I guess I'll owe you one when next we meet. In this life or the next. Then it is done. You see a look of genuine surprise flash across Pamitha's face, and then... she is gone.
The Commonwealth. What shall become of it? What shall become
My
of
job.
us?
My benefits. And we remember the exiles of the downside, whose deeds led to the dawning of our age. Whether they returned or not. True freedom achievement unlocked. We could look around. I thought this was like a credit screen. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Saurian Union, our nation formed in 839 AS after the fall of the Commonwealth. One day we all may stand shoulder to shoulder with a common cause, Volfred Sandalwood. I love that it's our nation. It's being told in the present now. That's a very nice touch. I don't know who to end on. We're not going to end on Falcon Ron, so let's get him out of the way. He later signed an elaborate agreement with Big Bertrudes, and found a distribution partner on the other side through Rukey Greentail, whose own business had expanded. When the worm Gilman returned to the Commonwealth, he believed that he had regained something even more important than his freedom, his honor. Gilman relinquished his knighthood and... pretty late. He relinquished his knighthood and declined an opportunity to serve as captain on the Blood Border. After regaining her freedom, wow, without the helmet, I actually really don't like that hair. It's pretty bad hat hair is what it looks like. She never settled down with anyone, although from time to time she thought about Ignarius, despite herself. Several exiles of the Nightwings cared more for the plan of Sandalwood than to return home from the downside. The crone called Big Bertrude was a prime example. Nevertheless, the fates of Sandra and the Beyonder Crystal remain unknown. Yet those exiles of the Nightwings who claimed to have seen this apparition all spoke of her with degrees of reverence, or perhaps a little fear. Can you believe this, reader? Honestly. Well then, let them gossip all they like. I merely wish that they would mention you at least in passing when next they are at it. Though they shall never know even the half of it, shall they? I feel like at this point we formed like an actual legit friendship, so I'm gonna humor her. You indicate to Sandra that the real truth of what happened between you would perhaps make too lascivious a tale to be told in such a format. She makes a bemused sound at this. Anyway, let us keep going, lovely reader. We know the truth of it. That is what matters. She fades into the Beyonder Crystal for now, and you tuck it away safe. That's cute. There's one more account which warrants mention. The Nightwings conducted the rites under the guidance of a reader. It is said the voice which troubled her she never heard again. Some say she sailed across the Sea of Solace. Aww. Though whether that is true, only she knows. Because I said I wanted the life of a sailor. Aww. Someday, perhaps, that reader's own star shall emerge. Then it shall pierce the dark of night in all its brilliant glory. Last lines, I gotta get them right. Until such time, and ever after, all of us give thanks.
Captain Jodariel, mother to many a foundling, she has found her way home.
What a good video game.
Now at the end, as we bid farewell and return to the stars, we shall find our way home. We shall find our way home. We shall find our way
Alright, I didn't cry. I got a little bit close. I teared up a little bit for the banner shot. That was really sweet, and the music ending there was really nice. What a good video game! This is another one of those where I've had time to express my thoughts throughout the whole game, so I don't have a lot more to add. But, like, it's so impressive to have a pretty solid... It's not revolutionary, but a pretty solid, essentially, new sport. They just made a new sport. I made a video game playing the sport. And yet, they had that concept, and then they were also like, let's just make this super cool world filled with lore that the player doesn't have to look super deep into if he doesn't want to, if they don't want to. But that is there to consume. And then this whole extra storyline and so many different interactions between all of the squad mates that, like, legitimately it feels like no two players' games are going to be the same. Like, yeah, I'm just really impressed with how much this still feels like an indie game. It's clear it's not like one of those $60 million ones, and yet there's so much in this game that feels simple at first, and then you realize, oh no, there's so much work going into this. And of course there's tons of indie games where there's a ton of work put into it. I'm not saying that this is an exception, but it has such an indie vibe and yet has such a polish to it. And I think this is the only Supergiant game I've played so far, but I feel like that is consistent across all of their games. And with that in mind, I'm incredibly excited to play more. Character design, on point. Gameplay, on point. Voice acting, didn't hear all that much of it, but still on point. I don't know if I said character design, but character design, on point. Writing, on point. Humor, on point. Drama, on point. Emotions, on point. Lore, on point. On point. Music, on point. I know I said that already, but I need to say it again because the music was on point. There's just so little to complain about in this game. This isn't the best game I've ever played, but it's certainly... I would say it's one of my favorite games. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like, I don't... Yeah, it's just... This is a really good game. Jodariel and Volfred are hot. I'm just gonna put that out there. Have a safe trip home, everybody.